People don't know this, but one of the reasons my husband played through injuries and pain was because he said he remembered being a little kid sitting in the nosebleeds with his dad to watch his favorite player play. Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections that saved up to watch him play, the kids with the same excitement he once had. I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said, "What about the fans that saved up to watch me play just once?" He never forgot about his fans. If he could help it, he would play every minute of every game. He loved you all so much.
First time I ever seen him nervous. And he was like, "Yo, we at the All-Star game." And I was like, "Look, these old, we going at these niggas talking about ISO and all that. Look, look, we get in here. I'm looking for you, so get in here." Kind of like, first, second playing the game, man. We going up, and I get it. I get on the left side. I take one dribble, and I look, and I just threw it. Look, he was supposed to catch it one hand. He caught that.
Whole body, legs, feet up in the air. It was crazy.
And for like 2 seconds, sat right there. He dunked them. Woo! Told you, yeah, when it catch that. Cool. And when I did that, Lord, he let it all out. He was cool. Good looking. Hey. Yeah, let's get it. He was in it. By then, Mike was already going. It was a perfect place to have that exchange in a place like Madison Square, in a city like New York, with those two titans right there.
Are you the best trash talker in the league?
I don't see a close second. I remember I walk in the locker room the first day. I'm sitting next to Steph and Clay, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna talk trash to everybody. And they was like, man, like, you on your own. We don't really do that. I'm like, y'all better talk trash with me or we gonna have a problem. And so I go out, being the dumb rookie that I am, and I try to trash talk Kobe Bryant. Now, mind you, I get in the game, I probably played 24 seconds that game. I get in the game for a defensive stop to take us into overtime and regulation. And you know, most people run a play like you pin down here, you pin down there, we're trying to get somebody up, but Kobe just flashed to the ball. And so he flashed to the ball, and it's me and Kobe, mano a mano. And I lock up, I get to sitting down, we know what shot Kobe going to, shimmy, fade away over the left shoulder, he missed. I said, yeah, let's go, baby, we're going overtime. He said, come on, young fella, that ain't had nothing to do with you, I just missed.
I guarded Kobe in the garden. I can't remember how much he had, but I knew I had multiple steals against him. In my head, all I'm thinking of is when I have this conversation with my brother after the game, how I'm gonna tell him how I stole a ball from Kobe. Fourth quarter starts, and Kobe said, "You had a great game." But I'm looking like, it's 12 minutes, what you talking about? What was that? Like, you ain't said nothing the whole game. I've been talking. I done stole the ball. I'm hyped as hell. It's Kobe Bryant. He ain't said not one word to me. The man come down. You remember he came, shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it, threw it to the corner. I'm like, bro, what you on? Like, bro, you been regular all game. Get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Then he pulled up from like 35 feet on some Steph Curry. Before Steph was doing that, he pulled up and laced it. I'm like, they called a timeout. Dan Tony looking at me. I'm like, bro, I
watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game. And before the game even started, I said he was probably going to score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that. And my friends was with me and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now. I'm a fan of the game. And to see that performance was unbelievable.
Somebody came in the locker room after the game and said Kobe had 81 and nobody believed it. Yeah, he really had 81. It's amazing. I mean, that's why he's probably the best scorer in this game right now.
I thought it was a mistake, actually. I think I read it on the ticker somewhere, and I saw 81, and I was like, no, that's not right. I was amazed. I thought it was a typo, definitely a typo, and I was amazed. Something incredible.
I just turned on ESPN, and it just said Kobe 81, and that's all I saw on the ticker. And I was like, this can't be right. I was like, I just started flipping through the channels, and I turned back, and they started showing highlights of every point that he scored. I just couldn't believe it. 26 in the first half. Then you do the math for the second half. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's just credit to one of the greatest players that ever played the game.
When Nick and D-Lo were going through their thing, D-Lo calling me, and he was like, OG, I f***ed up. Yeah, you f***ed up. I said, man, you got to call Nick. Y'all got to get that right. We put it out that we was going to have a team meeting right before the game for D-Lo to address the team, address Nick, apologize. Let's wash our hands with it. Let's try to move on. Everybody is in the lounge. We chill it out. Nick comes in, D-Lo comes in, the whole team, everybody sits down. Minus Cole, by the way. 2-4 not there yet. He's probably in the building. He's just not interested in what the we got going on. D-Lo is starting his speech. Yo, I apologize. You know, I took it too far. You know, this and that. And everybody kind of chipping in. And it's a good moment for us because, you know, we were having our struggles a little bit.
Right.
Cole walks clean through the meeting, says, hey, man, cut all this kumbaya shit. We got a game to play. It just squashes the meeting. And everybody looked around like, well, let's get ready to play basketball.
I'm playing for the Lakers. SWAT just start circling the
the court. So we like, damn, that's weird. That's some shit you see overseas. They go on about their business, play the game. So the next day we in the locker room, we like, hey, what's that SWAT shit about? They said, oh yeah, I threatened to the game, but we came out and we secured everybody's families and secured the building, but we didn't want to tell y'all and panic y'all.
You ain't do but walk around.
She could have still blew.
Cole walked through the locker room. He said, what y'all talking about? We said, they said this was gonna fuck the game. With a straight face, that I said, not while I'm here. They kept getting dressed.
He had this vision of moments. He knew that for us to win the gold medal, we would have to beat Argentina, whether it be in a semis or the gold medal game, and that he wanted to guard Ginobili. Believe me, he already had that figured out. And he leans forward and he said, Coach, I promise you I'll destroy him. He had that vision, crazy. So we do play Argentina in the semis, and we're beating them by 20 points, and Ginobili gets hurt. So now you think we're going to win by 40, and it becomes a 6-point game because now he's not interested anymore. That's who he is. That's who he was. God bless him. I love the guy. He and LeBron developed a relationship that was needed to create the culture, and they did.
So Kobe was like, I remember during the season when we won the championship, he told me to do a few things that were crazy, bro. He told me to really start isolating myself a little bit more to get a greater sense of who I am and how you have to approach every day. His approach to life, his approach to the game of basketball was something that was transformative. It gave us a hero to look up to, but also he didn't want to be looked up to as a hero. He wanted to always let you know you want to be better than me. Don't try to strive to be where I'm at, try to strive to go past. And if you can't go past, then keep striving for your own goals. Cole always split the line though. He wasn't close with anybody. He wasn't working out with anybody in the summer. He would only give a few people the information that were willing to listen. So you had to initiate yourself as a student. Like, I know nothing, teach me. Because he was a genuine friend, a genuine big brother, and to lose somebody like that was one of the hardest things to deal with, to grieve it, over it. And that's how you know somebody did more than just play basketball. They were like universal.
The most skilled player I've ever seen is Kobe.
More than MJ?
The most skilled basketball player I ever seen is Kobe Bean Bryant. Listen, man, you got MJ, and Kobe took who MJ was, but enhanced the skill set, had a better handle. MJ didn't shoot threes like that. No. So Kobe took it upon and added the three ball to his game because that's where the game evolved to. But skill-wise, I mean, the moves, the footwork, he had it all.
Kobe in a one-on-one battle. Do you believe anybody could beat Kobe in a one-on-one battle? Let's just say in their prime, MJ and Kobe, one-on-one. Who you taking?
I'm putting myself in there.
So my whole career, I always wore Kobe's. It was a time I played against Vince Carter earlier in my career, and he was like, man, you wear those when you play versus Kobe? I was like, and I ain't wearing them next time I play Kobe. Yeah. He ain't about to have no mental edge on me. So I remember wearing some Jordan 10s. We walked out on the court. He looked at me and said, the you got on your feet. He ended up tearing our up. I remember he had the game-winning shot, but before the game-winning shot, I think we just hit a shot, put us up by one. They called a timeout. He walked past and said, you know, y'all left me too much time, right? Came out, hit the game-winning shot. Walking off the court, he said, yeah, don't wear them ever again. I've never put on a pair of Jordans again.
We denied him the whole time. I was like, listen, don't let Kobe get the ball. Anybody else can shoot. Kobe juke UD, and he got the ball, and I was like, all right, time it. I got the clock in my mind. I'm like, all right, 3, 2, a little fumble. I'm like, oh, I got him now. And then he threw up this shot. I was like, yeah, that ain't going in. And it was the slowest shot in the history. It took an hour for that ball. And I was just watching this. He shot and I said, that's going in. And when it banked and it went in, I couldn't even be mad because it was Kobe Bryant. Kobe was waiting on me. That's the only time Kobe ever waited on me after the game. He was positioned very well after the game. And I had to walk past and I was hot. And I was like, you're the only person that I couldn't get that mad at. I couldn't tear up the locker room because I was like, it's Kobe. You see the laugh or cry? I don't know what's funny to do. I'm gonna laugh. Hey, man, you're the only person I'm like, look, anybody else, I'd have tore that locker room up.
I asked him one time, Matt, I said, man, why are you such an asshole? And he said, you really want to know? Some of my teammates don't understand the work.
Practices are meant to be competitive. You show up and you work.
I see dudes walk into practice 10 minutes before practice and they leave right after. Why the am I going to pass them the basketball?
And practices are going to be worse. They're going to be more physical. There's going to be more trash talking. And I'm going to let you know. If you didn't show up today, I'm going to let you know. And it's going to be embarrassing. And you're going to hate it.
He's going to test guys at practice to see who can be in that foxhole with.
I'm in here busting my every day trying to perfect my craft. And these dudes don't want to work on their game. I don't trust them. So I'm not going to pass them the basketball. I'm going to ride them hard every day.
As a leader of a team, it's also your responsibility to elevate the rest of the guys.
And if you didn't back down to him, and you worked as hard as him, he respected.
What you have to do is you have to get them emotionally to want to be better. You have to get them to an emotional space where they wake up every morning driven to be the best version of themselves.
And I had locked him up. Phil Jackson said that's the greatest defensive performance I ever seen on Kobe.
So he came to the locker room and he was like, "Where's Dre?" I was on the court working out. He told Lewis Williams, he said, "Tell Dre 50 tonight." So I come out to the locker room and Lou Williams was like, "Yo, Dre, Kobe said 50 tonight." I'm like,
and this was in Philly, in his hometown. So he marked that date on his calendar. And he walked in the locker room and was like, "Yo, tell him 50 tonight."
So 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. He has 49 and they're about like 20.
I sub out. My face was like defeated. And Maurice Cheeks shook my hand and said, "You did a great job, young man."
You can't do that.
What? Oh man, that was impressive. You be having my nightmares about that.
Listen, he's about to turn 21, and we're playing against Miami, who was horrible, 17 games in a row, and we don't have to play him till the next night. And so, I arranged a get-together. I'm telling all my teammates, we got to be there. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be more women than ever. I said, I'm bringing it. He said, all right, I'm coming. So I get there. I remember this girl, he's sitting at the bar. He doesn't drink, and he's like this, and this girl goes, "Kobe Bryant?" And all the girls turn and look, and they rush him. He's sitting down, he's being cordial, he's like this, and, I'm like, my boy, they dwindling down. He goes like this. And I come over, he goes, "I'm ready to leave." I said, "Damn, you pulled one that fast?" And he's like, "No, I got to train in the morning." I said, "Kobe, we're in Miami, bro." He goes, "Yeah, I got to train at 6 though." So my trainer came in, the whole thing, needed to take me back to the hotel. Kobe, I said, why'd you not go to college? And he says, "I heard MJ was going to retire." And that was his reason for not going to college. I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, he was going to retire, and I wanted to make sure I played against him. I didn't want, to go to college and miss the opportunity of playing against MJ." And I was like, "Okay, kid. That's a good reason for not having a higher education." I wish I would have thought of that one. But he was serious. He was like, I wanted to play against him. He felt he knew every single thing about him, and he felt he had the same mentality. And Kobe did, man. He did. He did not, when I was on the squad, he didn't hang. I've never seen anybody leave a party in Miami because he got to train at 6 in the morning.